What is early-onset Alzheimer disease? Alzheimer disease is the most common form of dementia. It affects your memory, thinking, and behavior. It often progresses to the point where it affects daily activities and functions. Alzheimer disease most commonly affects older adults, but it can also affect people in their 30s or 40s. When Alzheimer disease happens in someone younger than age 65, it's known as early onset or younger onset Alzheimer disease. A very small number of people with Alzheimer disease have the early onset form. Many of them are in their 40s and 50s when the disease takes dementia. It affects your memory, thinking, and behavior. It often progresses to the point where it affects daily activities and functions. Alzheimer disease most commonly affects older adults. Form. Most types of early-onset Alzheimer disease are the same, but there are a few small distinctions. Common Alzheimer disease. Most people with early-onset Alzheimer disease have the common form of the disease. The disease progresses in about the same way as it does in older people. Genetic familial Alzheimer disease. This form is very rare. A few hundred people have genes that directly contribute to Alzheimer disease. These people start showing symptoms of the disease in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. What causes early-onset Alzheimer disease? Experts don't know what triggers the start of Alzheimer disease. They suspect that two proteins damage and kill nerve cells. Fragments of one protein, beta amyloid, build up and are called plaques. Twisted fibers of another protein, tau, are called tangles. Almost everyone develops plaques and tangles as they age, but those with Alzheimer disease develop many, many more. These plaques and tangles first damage the memory areas of the brain. Over time, they affect more areas of the brain. Experts don't know why some people develop so many plaques and tangles, or how they spread and damage the brain. For most people with early-onset Alzheimer disease, the symptoms closely mirror those of other forms of Alzheimer disease. Early symptoms are forgetting important things, particularly newly learned information or important dates, asking for the same information again and again, trouble solving basic problems such as keeping track of bills or following a favorite recipe, losing track of the date or time of year, losing track of where you are and how you got there, trouble with depth perception or other vision problems, trouble joining conversations, or finding the right word for something, misplacing things and not being able to retrace your steps to find it, increasingly poor judgment, withdrawal from work and social situations, changes in mood and personality. Later symptoms are severe mood swings and behavior changes, deepening confusion about time, place, and life events, suspicions about friends, family, or caregivers, trouble speaking, swallowing, or walking. Severe memory loss. The current diagnosis of early-onset Alzheimer disease relies on finding the signs of mental decline noted above. Your healthcare provider can then diagnose Alzheimer disease with a few tests. First, your healthcare provider asks about your health history. They also do cognitive tests of memory, problem-solving, and other mental skills. Depending on the results of the office-based cognitive testing, your provider may also request that you have more detailed testing done with a neuropsychologist. Your provider might also test your blood, urine, and spinal fluid. You may also need certain imaging tests, such as CT and MRI scans of your brain. These give your provider a closer look at brain tissue to show how much damage there is. In the future, researchers hope that studies on biomarkers will allow experts to diagnose the disease more quickly. Biomarkers are proteins in the body or other types of markers that reliably indicate the progress of a disease. Early-onset Alzheimer disease currently has no cure, but healthcare providers have been successful in helping some people maintain their mental function, control behavior, and slow the progress of the disease.